Welcome, everybody. How are we doing? Our gathering music today is a choral warm-up. I hope you'll join me on it. We've got two of them. The first one, really easy, the words I love to sing. So, if you'll rise and bow to your spirit, there's a little bit of movement to this one. It sounds like this. I love to sing. Can you do it with me? I love to sing. And you're not going to go I, you're going to go I love to sing. The H is going to disappear with your sound. I love to sing. Good for you. Let's do a couple of those and then we'll introduce the movement. So we'll go up a couple of times. We're going to go up. So we'll go, I love to sing. And we're going to go up. I love to sing. Yep. A couple more. I love to. So you're saying hi, love. Yep, right? I love to sing. Okay, so there's a little bit of movement in this one if you want. It's going to help you get up to the I love, all the way up there. It's I love to sing. A little bit of a squat is going to help you. I don't know, it does. So, ready? I love to sing. We're going to keep going up. Good for you. Yep. I love to sing. Sounds great. I love to sing. Good movement. Keep going. I love to sing. Probably three more. Three more. I love to sing. Two more. I love to sing. Last one. I love to sing. What was that top note, Jennifer? What's that? F sharp. Yeah, we like that. Could have gone one more. That's fine. That's on me. Okay, so our second warm-up is something, it's a mantra that I've carried with me since I heard it at the AUM conference, which was just about a month ago. It was something I didn't know that I needed to hear, but it was singing is safe. For a long time, I didn't feel that way. So we're going to go down. It's going to sound like this. Singing is safe. And this is actually really two words. Singing, that one you know. The second one is safe. Because we got two S's right in a row there, and we got to string them right together. Singing is safe. So say it with me. Singing is safe. What's our first note, Jennifer? Yeah, that's great. So we're going to go down, and instead of going up each time, we're going to go down. So singing is safe. Yep, relax into this. We're going to go down. Singing is safe. Yep, you can use the hand motion if you want. Singing is safe. Three or four more. Singing is safe. Singing is. Relax with each time down. And that's where we'll end. That's getting pretty low down there. Thank you very much. Welcome. What's it?
Good morning. I'm Donna McClurkin, and I'm here as a representative of the Sunday Services Committee. I'd like to welcome you all to this service, those in person, on Zoom, and those joining us later on YouTube. A special welcome is extended to visitors and newcomers here in the Commons and virtually. We are so glad you're here. Music and singing are integral parts of our Unitarian Universalist worship services. Whether it's classical, rock, folk, or a cappella, music shifts the energy of worship and moves it into our bodies. And in this, our last in the summer series focusing on the themes of reclaiming, reweaving, redefining, recovering, and rebuilding, there will be a lot of music and singing led by our music director, Savannah Ramsey. And as is our custom for summer, we'll take time toward the end of our service to share and listen during a short facilitated discussion. I do have one announcement. Next Sunday is our annual water service and the first service of the church program year. Everyone attending in person is invited to bring a small container of water to pour into our shared vessel as a symbol of our connections to each other. If you are going to attend on Zoom or cannot attend at all, you are invited to pour some water into the bird bath on the church property that's out front this week, or be in contact with Reverend Rachel to arrange for water pickup. We will have water games, including a slip and slide. I want to do that. And a finger food potluck on the church grounds after the service. Bring food to share and a change of clothes if you think you might get wet.
I invite you to rise and body your spirit to sing our opening song together. You'll find the lyrics on the slides on the screen. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit draw near.
We light this chalice here in this place. In this place, we can be together. We can gather in all the conflicting emotions tumbling around in our heads and our hearts. We bring them together here and lay them on the altar of community. For community means that fragile, not perfect human beings can come together in the name of peace and find peace.
Sing with me if you know this one. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all we rest in this love. At this time, if you have a joy or a concern to share with this community, I invite you to come up, speak briefly, say your name, and share your joy concern, placing a stone in our bowl of water. After each joy or concern, we will sing what is on our slide up above. It goes like this. There is a love holding us. We rest in this love.
To this church come from sacrifice and hard work. We are grateful for this and commit together to ensure the funds do a greater good for our world than they could have done alone. May this offering sustain and grow the life and mission of our congregation.
Art thou troubled? Music will calm thee. Art thou weary? Rest shall be thine. Rest shall be thine. Music, source of all gladness, heals thy sadness at her shrine. Music, music ever divine. Music, music calleth with voice divine. When the welcome spring is smiling, and the flowers of earth beguiling, after winter's weary rain, sweetest music doth attend her heavenly harmonies, doth lend her, chanting praises in her train, chanting praises in her train. Art thou troubled? Music will calm thee. Art thou weary? Rest shall be thine. Rest shall be thine. Music, source of all gladness, heals thy sadness at her shrine. Music, music ever divine. Music, music calleth with voice divine.
Please join me in giving thanks for all that sustains us, for the countless gifts we each have been given, gifts of life and love and sustenance. We bring these small portions to share in the works of love which none of us can accomplish alone.
I got the title of this one wrong. I apologize. It's really called This Joy. It is adapted by the Resistance Revival Chorus. Hope you enjoy it. catching on this pretty quick. All right. So you can sit, you can stand at any point during our musicking today. If you feel like you can stand or sit, or if you just want to listen or sing along, or maybe some body percussion, that'd be pretty good. I don't know. If you feel it, let it go. Here's our first song. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, you're getting it. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This is different. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Let's do that one more time. Joy. So, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, ooh, that harmony. The world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Next is strength. Sing this one. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Sing strength. This strength that I have, oh yeah, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Next is love. Sing love. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Next is pride. Y'all feel some pride? Here we go. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, it didn't. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This one's peace. We're gonna sing some peace. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Beautiful. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Last time, let's go back to joy. Let's sing some joy. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Thank you for that. So I'm not a very strong speaker, and I know that's on me for accepting a speaking gig, but I do like to push myself. I got to thinking about what I could talk about, and that wasn't too much, that wasn't too much of an overshare. And of course, I just kept circling back to music. It's what I do. It got me thinking about my relationship with music over the last 2.5 years, something that I know we're all still recovering from. The way that we do music drastically changed here. Singing was suddenly unsafe. I knew it would be the very last thing that we could do together again. At a time when everything else was on hold, I could still sing and read music.
and enjoy the parts of music that I like. If I had to stress about recording and editing and dealing with licenses and streaming rights, the thing I could count on to be satisfying is the ability to pick up the hymnal and know the hymn in just a minute or two, and to enjoy the musicality of the beautiful hymns. And that's not supposed to be a flex or a brag. It's just the result of my hard work and practice. And it was this training in making sounds that kept me sane during a time when daily life was really, really quiet. There were some days that I'm sure that I did more singing than talking. So anyway, here are some of those beautiful hymns and songs that really, spoke to me during that time, and now they each have a reason why I love them, and some of them are a little more challenging vocally, which is why I warmed you up earlier. If your preferred way of interacting with music is listening, that's totally valid, but I do encourage you to try to do some of these songs. So the question for today is, what's your favorite hymn or song? What's one or two, whatever, that speak to you, and why? I'm really interested in the why. Because anybody can say, oh, that song's nice, and maybe that's your reason too. That's valid. But I really like to know why people like pieces of things and what really speaks to them. So if you can think of that, that's the question. We're going to have 2 chances to share your answers. If you look in your order of service, you'll see at the top of page 2, it says break for vocal rest. That's for me and you. These songs are a lot. So at that time, you'll have a chance to share here or on Zoom. I'll be sharing your Zoom, and we'll actually raise your hand in Zoom, and Reed will put you up. You'll be able to share. So then, and then also in the traditional spot after the last 2 songs. We good? That was a lot of me talking. Here's a little bit more. Here are the first 3 songs. I'm just going to sort of introduce them, and then we'll just go into them. So We Are Not Our Own is just gorgeous. You can open that up if you want. That's our first one. I think it's 317. Thank you. The melody has this descending minor 7 interval right at the beginning, which is really satisfying to just nail, just to get. And the words are set really well. There are a lot of hymns that you can tell started as poems, and music was just thrown onto it to make it a song, and this is not one of them. Our second song, We'll Build a Land, is a controversial hymn, so I wanted to tell you this before so you can kind of think about whether you want to sing it or not. I've heard it referred to as the Manifest Destiny hymn, and you can definitely see why if you read the text through that lens. People are also critical of its gender binary language. Musically, it's really gorgeous, though, especially the text setting and the chorus. And I think maybe at best it can teach us how not to portray these things, perhaps. The last song in this set, Forget Your Perfect Offering, is a call and response chant that I learned at the conference this year. And it features lyrics by Leonard Cohen. I really love the second half of the lyrics that say, there is a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in. It's really nice. So we're beginning with 317. So if you will rise and body your spirit to sing together, I will go back and join Jennifer. We are not our own, earth forms us, human leaves on nature's growing vine, fruit of many generations, seeds of life divine. We are not alone, earth names us, past and present, peoples near and far, family and friends and strangers, show us who we are. You're doing great, verse 3. Therefore let us make thanksgiving, and with justice willing and
showing our neighbors we are not our own. Oh yeah, you heard that one. Easy, easy. Our next song I think is number 121, right? There's some fun rhythms in the chorus. I hope you can catch them. We'll build a land where we bind up the broken. We'll build a land where the captives go free, where the oil of gladness dissolves all mourning. Oh, we'll build a promised land that can be. Come, build a land where sisters and brothers, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. Get a breath, verse 2. We'll build a land where we bring the good tidings to all the afflicted and all those who mourn, and we'll give them garlands instead of ashes. Oh, we'll build a land where peace is born. Come, build a land where sisters and brothers, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll be a land building up ancient cities, raising up devastations from old, restoring ruins of generations. Oh, we'll build a land of people so bold. Come, build a land where sisters and brothers, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. Come, build a land where the mantles of praises resound from spirits once fainted, once weak, where like oaks of righteousness stand her people. Oh, come, build the land, my people we seek. Come, build a land where sisters and brothers, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. That's a long one, huh? Oh, I love it. Can't help it. All right, can you just... So this one is mostly just call and response. There's a little fast call and response at the end. I'm going to teach you that right now. So I'm going to say, that's how the light gets in. Yep, except then you won't say gets in. It's kind of, it's weird. So you go, that's how the light gets in. And we say, that's how the light gets in. Let's just do that much. That's how the light
gets in, that's how the light gets in. One more time. That's how the light gets in, that's how the light gets in. Just you. That's how the light gets in. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so the rest of it's way easier than that, so. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the one more time. Forget your perfect offering. Just ring the bells that still can ring. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. 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 Yeah. Thank you. So we're going to take a break. I invite you to come up and share your answers about which hymns or songs are meaningful to you and why. And as a reminder, Zoom folks, raise your hand and Reed will let me know that you want to share.
David Greenquist. I don't know if Daryl's watching on Zoom right now, but the one song that always brings me joy is his People of Hope song. And the reasons why it does is because it always makes me think of people who are just prejudiced or just because they're Black, Asian, or different, or something like, especially what's been going on with COVID and these deadly police shootings, white cops killing Black people for no apparent reason. And I think that song would send a message of people to the families of those who are greatly affected by this.
Catherine Niesink. I have been singing here for 47 years, seems like. It's 47 years, because Jenny's 48 and she's going to be 49. And or maybe 50, maybe 48 years. Anyway, the point is that I was just looking at the title of the last song on the program, and the song says, "My life flows on in endless song." And for me, that has been the case. I sing wherever I go, in the sense of, if I can get in a group that I sing with it, because I love to sing. And this church has given me the opportunity to sing for 48 years.
Hymns and songs.
My favorite hymn is Spirit of Life. It's a song that my mother really enjoyed, and we would sing it as a family. It's a simple tune that you can do variations on, so if I'm just doodling around on the piano, I often play it, and it brings back memories.
I'm honestly not commenting on other people sharing. Those were the two songs, both that were in my head. Spirit of Life, to me, when I first came to UU churches, I really enjoyed the hymns because a lot of the tunes were familiar from my upbringing in another denomination, but the words were words I could get behind. And Spirit of Life was different for me in that I hadn't encountered it before. And so it really feels like my initial UU hymn that I learned. And I just have a lot of memories with it. And My Life Flows On, an Endless Song is so hopeful to me. This sense of song, music, and justice and healing coming together. And I know that the first time I heard it was in another denomination, but it still just like pulls in some of the hope and joy that I've experienced since becoming a UU. I'm thrilled to be singing today. Thank you so much.
I really get joy out of the song we sing when there's a child dedication. We Are. It's originated by Sweet Honey in the Rock, and it just gives me such a feeling of belonging to the ages, the grandparents, and then the children, and I just had my cousin's son just had a baby, so maybe that's why I'm thinking about it. But it just seems like it brings us together in the whole scheme of life.
One of my favorites is We Laugh, We Cry. I love the words, and I get so happy whenever we sing it. And it ends, and near the ending, it says, we believe in life and the strength of love, and we have found a need to be together. So I especially enjoy those words.
So we'll have a second chance to share if you're still thinking, but yeah, of course.
Well, several of you mentioned the Spirit of Life, and my joy in, although I like that song as a newcomer here, seeing the song across the page, which you'll probably sing next Sunday, I know, Sound Over All Waters. In the early 90s, I had the privilege of being at a service at St. John the Divine in New York City, and I bought a CD of the Paul Winter concert while I was there. And on that CD is an arrangement of this song, and I'd never heard it before. I didn't know that it existed anywhere else, and it's a fabulous arrangement. It's nothing like this, of course. And I lost the CD. I wasn't able to hear it again, and I finally found it recently by asking Alexa. So if you want to hear Sound Over All Waters by the Paul Winter Consort, ask for it. It is so inspiring.
Let's do some more singing, shall we? Just a little about these last two selections that I made. Rising Green, which is our next song. It's in your order of service, the lyrics. It might be my favorite hymn in the Teal hymnal, and it's at least my favorite that we have the streaming rights to. It is haunting. Like if you read that first line, my blood doth rise on the roots of yon oak. That's so awesome. They don't write songs like that. Just this one. So it's really spooky, but I love it, and I hope you do too. And the last song is Answering the Call of Love, which is I have written, it is sort of the antithesis to Will of the Land because it's an example of a song where the lyricist chose to edit it to be more inclusive. He used to be standing on the side of love, and it is now answering the call of love to be inclusive. More people. That's it. Let's sing together. Please rise, embody your spirit, and we're going to do Rising Green. My blood doth rise in the roots of yon oak, her sap doth run in my veins, boundless my soul like the oak. A little slower. Where the stars fall. Oh my gosh. Can we start this over? Great. Yeah, I gave you the wrong tempo. My bad. Here we go. So, my blood doth rise in the roots of you. Right about there. Take two. My blood doth rise in the roots of yon oak. Her sap doth run in my veins. Boundless my soul like the open sky, where the stars forever have lain. Where the stars, where the stars, where the stars forever have lain. My hands hold the weavings of time without end. My sight as deep as the sea. Beating my heart sounds the measures of old, that of love's eternity. That of love, that of love, that of love's eternity. You're doing great. I feel the tides as they answer the moon, rushing on a far distant sand. Winging my song is the wind of my breast, and my love flows over the land. And my love, and my love, and my love flows over the land. My foot carries days of the old into new. Our dreaming shows us the way. Wondrous of faith settles deep in the earth, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day. Thank you for trying that with me. That's acrobatic. Your next lyrics are right underneath what you're just reading, answering the call of love. Hopefully this chorus is a little more grabbable. Verse comes in quick here. The promise of the Spirit, faith, hope, and love abide. And so every soul is blessed and made whole. The truth in our hearts is our guide. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together,
We dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. We'll tag it to finish. We are answering the call of love. Please have a seat. If you didn't get a chance to share your song or hymn earlier, now is the time. As I said on Zoom, if you have something you want to share, raise your hand and Reed will make us aware. We can also be done with that portion. Oh, there goes it.
So some of you have heard Peter Mayer when he's done concerts here, but his song, Everything is Holy Now, has stuck with me for a long time. And it's similar to What a Wonderful World that Louis Armstrong made popular. And I was at the farmer's market yesterday on Texas Corners, and they were singing that song. And I just stood there and waited to hear the whole song, even though I was finished shopping. So music stays with you.
Hi, Pat Nelson. If I had thought of that song, I think I would have named that song. I bet you're not the only one here that's thinking this is like choosing among your children. I guess I thought instead of trying to choose one, I would just share a really pleasant experience recently. One of the gifts of the COVID era was that after talking about having a movie discussion group here for years and years and years and always being blocked by the fact that it was illegal apparently to meet in a public place because you were violating copyright laws. And we just assumed all that time that you had to get together to watch the movie. And when COVID came, you know, somebody said, well, we can't get together to watch the movie, but we could watch the movie separately and then talk about it on Zoom. So I've been in 2 movie groups that I just love. One is associated with churches, one is another one. And so we wander through all these films, and the group not associated with church recently chose to discuss the musical Fiddler on the Roof. And I generally don't even like musicals. I feel like I'm watching a drama, and then I'm jarred by this pointing to song, but I love that movie. And I guess the song I like the best is Sunrise Sunset. And I made the association, before David mentioned it, with Daryl's song, People of Love and Hope and Change, because it's such a beautiful story, and so many of the songs relate to it so much. Sunrise Sunset, swiftly flow the days, about change and adaptation, and this one character that's so challenged by what he can accept, how he can move away or include his traditions and find new ways. And I think that's so much, it's so Unitarian. I love it. So go watch that movie.
I'm Lois Lepler, and I can't say that these are my favorite hymns, but they are old Methodist hymns from my childhood. And like many of you who I have learned have had bad experiences before you came here, Methodism was great for me. It was a family thing, it was a community thing, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Later I started questioning, and here I am, but I remember that what I learned in school in choir, that you are not only singing the notes, you should be singing the words. And I didn't do that much. I was an alto and I was searching for my notes. But the songs that I remember from my childhood, or junior high, I guess, would be The Old Rugged Cross. And my memories just flood immediately to the music and the vision of my old piano teacher, Mabel, up there playing the pump organ through the whole thing. And so that's all I see and I hear, but the words aren't there in my memory. And it wasn't really until I came here, I think, that I started concentrating on what the words said. And I'm trying to not only find the notes, but also think about the words.
Looks like Reed's is it in the chat or are they gonna share? Adam, you have to unmute yourself. He's still muted.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? I'd like to share my two songs. It's called Here the Sun Comes. When I feeling when the sun comes in Michigan, is a lot snow in the winter, and I love to sun all the time. And another song I love to share is the Star Sprinkle Banner. When I become a citizen, I love to listen all the time to because I remember two songs is I love to sing all the time and listen all the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there. My name's Andrea Huff again. And I think that two of my most favorite songs are, and one of them I was able to hear last summer when we were having the two services. We did one inside and one outside. And it was during the inside service. And it was Jennifer and Laura Bolton doing Amazing Grace on the handbells. And that brought me back to what I used to listen to as I was growing up, you know, and it was just wonderful to hear. And the other one is probably Building Bridges Between Our Religions, because we are building bridges between our religions, how we reach out to you and you reach out to me. And at the end it says, we can all live in such sweet harmony. And it really, just really speaks to me. So those are the two for me.
Thank you for all your sharing today. I love to hear the why. This has been very restorative for me personally. If there are no more shares, we can sing our closing song together. The number's in your order of service, but the words should be up on the screen. So if you'll please rise one last time in body or spirit, we'll sing ourselves out here. My life loves on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, the war of him that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? What though the tempest round me roars? I know the truth, it liveth. What though the dark
hearts tremble as they hear the bells of freedom ringing. When friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? To prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing?
May we carry the blessings of music and song and the warmth of this community, the memory of our chalice flame into the wider world. Go in peace, go in joy, go in love. Just a reminder, folks on Zoom, if you stay, you'll be put into breakout rooms for small group conversation.